Welcome to Navigate Today's Workplace, the first workshop in a three-part series. My name is Jerry Flanders, and I am the workshop coordinator for CareerSource Citrus Levy Marion. Today we're going to talk about how to navigate today's workplace and what new obstacles have appeared on the job market for candidates. A little bit about me, so you know who you're taking time to listen to today. I have spent much of my professional career as a business owner and then a workforce development professional. In addition, I'm an adjunct instructor currently teaching classes in customer service at the College of Central Florida. I've also taught classes in career counseling and brief family therapy. I have a MA degree in human resource management and development and a MS degree in counseling. I am a certified professional resume writer, a certified employment interview professional, and a certified motivational career coach. In my capacity as workshop coordinator for CareerSource Citrus Levy Marion, I've created course material and facilitated workshops for almost 15 years, coaching job candidates on how to navigate in robust economic times as well as in challenging economic times. This workshop is the beginning of our Navigate Today's Workplace three-part workshop series. Today's workshop will get you focused on what has changed because of COVID-19 and how you have to adjust to marketing yourself online in a sea of competition. The second workshop is job-specific resumes, and I go into all the rich details and little strategies to create resumes that can separate you from the competition. And in the third workshop, interview strategies, you'll learn how to bring your resume to life in front of the employer so they know you have the skills, qualifications, work experience, and education that makes you an ideal fit for their position. Today, I'll speak in broad terms about all three of these topics. For specific details and strategies for employment success, stick around for the next two workshops in the series. At the end of this presentation, I will go over some online resources that you can download and begin to use for your job campaign. Without further ado, let's get started. In today's world of online job applications, you have to be your own best cheerleader. Understand that the old ways will largely never come back, and even more change is headed our way as technology shifts our priorities and the way businesses operate. A couple of examples of this shift include the increased use of the applicant tracking system, the ATS, where your resume is first read by computers before a hiring manager lays eyes on it. Also, the growing importance of your online presence through LinkedIn and Facebook has become another way for employers to check out potential candidates, either before the interview or after it. The best way to get your resume noticed by the applicant tracking system is to make sure you have a job-specific resume. That means you'll need to connect your work experience to the employer's job opening in order to demonstrate that you are a good match. The ATS will pick up on the job-specific keywords in your tailored resume and pluck your resume out of the herd. A key tactic to stick to is identifying your strengths and transferable skills and tailoring it to the job opening. If you haven't explored it already, EmployFlorida.com has a resume builder tool to help you get started. It's important to have some of your resumes posted on Employ Florida. This way you can be found by employers and CareerSource CLM business development representatives who are working on behalf of businesses by searching for talent. After your initial start, most job candidates find it helpful to create resumes in Microsoft Word and then upload their best ones into Employ Florida. Ultimately, The goal is to create your own inventory of job-specific resumes that will show you in the best light for the types of jobs you want. Because of our time constraints, I'll be speaking in broad terms about job-specific resumes. We'll work through resume details in the job-specific resume workshop. Until recently, the economy was improving. We saw continued job growth over the past 5 years, and some workers were beginning to experience increased wages. As we reached close to full employment and the number of unemployed individuals shrank, employers began receiving a lot less applications for the positions that they posted online. Now, in the blink of an eye, we're dealing with the effects of COVID-19, with more businesses tightening their belts and workers losing jobs to the coronavirus. Job seekers are now faced with a highly competitive labor markets, which will require candidates to work harder to get noticed and demonstrate a strong fit for job positions. With the applicant tracking system screening candidates, employers are hiring for exact fit because they don't have the time or the resources to train new recruits. In addition, jobs have become more demanding than ever before, and you have to show that you're up for the challenge. We all have one job title, but most job descriptions read like it's 2 or 3 jobs rolled into one. Job candidates with obstacles and barriers to employment have to work harder to get noticed and make the employer want them to fill their company's positions. You have to make yourself more attractive to the employer in order to get noticed and receive an invitation to the dance. Yes, the dance, the interview. You can do that by staying up to date on the latest online application processes, learning to create job-specific resumes to showcase your fit, improving your written communication skills, and ramping up your computer proficiency. If you know you have limitations that you're concerned about, check out our online and in-person tools to brush up on your skills. The link is in the comments section. Employers will also check out the real you from your social media and digital footprint. Being aware of what you post and making sure it's appropriate is critical. Also, recruiting and job searching through social media is now standard practice for both job candidates and employers. The job interview has become more competitive than in the past. Employers want to hire individuals who have the hard and soft skills they're looking for. Those include friendliness, being able to work in a team, and having the right certifications or work experience to back up their resumes. It's your job as a candidate to walk into an interview knowing the company, the job, and the right responses to interview questions. Practicing before an interview can help you feel well prepared, boost your confidence, and keep feelings of anxiety out of the interview room. If you're like most of our job candidates, a role-play practice interview can be really helpful. Getting feedback on your interview performance before it really counts can be empowering and keep you on track while building your confidence too. Our interview strategies workshop will cover what you should do before, during, and after the interview. You need to know that in today's work environment, the job offer doesn't always go to the most experienced or qualified candidate. Employers want to hire individuals who truly want the position, not someone who uses it just to get a foot in the door. Know your asset value and be able to clearly articulate it in the context of the job you're seeking. Sometimes assessment tools are used to validate your skills and fit for the position and company's culture. A variety of free interest and assessment tools are available at our website. Once vetted through the applicant tracking system and social media, interviewed with behavioral and traditional questions and hired, be ready to hit the ground running. New hires are expected to be friendly, embrace change, and to be continuous learners. By being flexible and prepared for ever-changing employment trends, you improve the likelihood of landing your next work or career opportunity. That said, it's not always going to be an easy road ahead. Critical mistakes are made all the time, but if you know what to look out for, the bumps in the road won't be as catastrophic. When you submit applications, make sure your complete contact information is provided. It seems like a no-brainer. However, the smallest details can sometimes lead to the biggest missed opportunities. Make sure that your email is business appropriate and excludes numbers that might indicate your age or year of birth. A good email address is one that uses your name, such as johndoe@gmail.com. Voicemail messages on your phone should also be business appropriate in case you miss a call from a potential employer. And I cannot repeat this enough. Your social media should be clean, professional, and reflect the type of worker an employer would want to work beside. Remember, your digital footprint can work in a couple of ways. One way can get you quickly dismissed because of its content. The other way can support who you are. Let me give you an example. I know a local employer who wasn't entirely blown away by a candidate after the interview, but they were very impressed when they checked the candidate's social media and were able to verify his good works from well-respected sources. That turned the employer's thinking around enough to bring the candidate back, and he was eventually offered the job. When it comes to your resume, you want it to reflect your work history, of course, but it also should showcase your unique skills and strengths for the positions. A general resume won't get you through the door anymore. Put aside time to really work and edit a job-specific resume and format it with a clean business design in mind. As you begin searching for a job, remember, it's about quality over quantity. You want to spend time only on jobs you see yourself as a fit for. Once you create an inventory of quality job-specific resumes, you can build up the quantity of job applications you submit. It's much smarter to spend quality time following the employer's application directions for a job you have the skills for than one you think you can train into. Remember, employers may not have the time or resources to train employees right now. If you get noticed by an employer, the interview is all about bringing your resume to life to demonstrate you are the real deal. Once they know you are the person they see in the resume, they'll check to see how you respond to their interview questions. It's essential you know the right responses to specific interview questions and that you don't answer with generalized or canned statements when the employer is looking for specific examples from your past work. And that's what the Interview Strategies Workshop is all about. Sometimes we can do everything right and we still hit roadblocks. It can be frustrating, tiring, and depressing. But knowing what employers see as red flags can help you prepare to market yourself and answer some tough questions that come up along the way. You have to know your fit, but you also have to know what obstacles you may have to overcome in order to get the job offer. I rarely find individuals that have no obstacles. But if I know I have one or more obstacles to overcome, I know I need to have a mindset of working harder than the competition to wow the employer. That means leveraging even the smallest strategies that can separate me from the competition. The time when an employer is likely to be more flexible and forgiving of your obstacles is when they have determined that you are a top candidate and they're motivated to get you on board. What are some of these obstacles? Well, let's start with candidates with a history of self-employment, or those with formal education but lacking strong work experience, or those with strong work experience but a lack of formal training. All of these may be red flags for a potential employer. Employers may think that they'll need to spend a lot of time and energy to train you, and those are resources they typically don't have. Employers want to hire individuals who can hit the ground running and who can make an immediate impact. Employers might view overqualified individuals as those who don't want the job they're interviewing for and who plan to leave when a better opportunity comes along. Good work experience but minimal computer skills is yet another training nightmare for employers, especially in this digital day and age. Even those jobs that can be physically demanding require workers who can manage company online learning, email, timesheets, and company benefits. Also, a lack of clear skill sets because of consistent job hopping or a history of short-term employment gigs may signal the employer that you might not be around too long. Finally, remember, employers may also see extensive time away from the labor force as a sign that you aren't motivated to work, or at the very least, you're not ready for their work. Other red flags include an inability to respond to change, poor credit history, disabilities or workplace limitations, background or substance abuse issues, and military personnel transitioning to civilian life. All of the obstacles that we've talked about make it harder to find employment, but not impossible. If you fall into one of these categories, you have a lot of work ahead of you. But if you stick with the job search and you improve your skills and qualifications, you'll increase the likelihood of getting notice. Finding a job offer will be the reward at the end of it all. If you find yourself struggling, CareerSource CLM career coaches are here to help. From searching for your next job to helping you work through feelings of frustration on your search, or dealing with obstacles to employment, our team knows what the market is like in our region. We're happy to work with you by phone, email, or other virtual means to get you launched on your job search journey. Be prepared to update your job search campaign and resume, schedule as many appointments as needed, and contact your career coach by email or phone call. We are always here to help you. On the screen, you can find out how to contact us. We are looking forward to working with you. These are some top questions I get asked when we do live workshops. The first of those is, how can I access CareerSource CLM resources? It's as simple as reaching out to us by email, phone, or at our corporate website, CareerSourceCLM.com. Another question is, are there job-specific resume templates available for me to begin working with? And the answer is yes. If you choose to work with one of our career coaches, they'll be happy to provide them. Alternatively, you can download some of the resume and interview tools at our corporate website. And finally, if I request coaching assistance, how long will it take for somebody to contact me? And my response is that our goal is to follow up within 24 hours. And also, if you have any questions that you would like me to answer, feel free to email me at jflanders@careersourceclm.com. I encourage you to take advantage of our virtual workshops and by working virtually with one of our career coaches, either through email, phone, or video conference. Thank you for being here today, and we hope to work with you in the future. Your next step should be attending the job-specific resume webinar, followed by the interview strategies webinar. Also, find any links and downloadable packets that we talked about in the chat box, description box below. Good luck with your job campaign and all of your future career moves.